Hi everyone! So, you might be thinking that you've missed a bit of an announcement because I'm suddenly doing a pregnancy vlog, but I've not actually written anything about being pregnant yet. We haven't put anything on our personal Facebooks or anything like that either. We tend to just tell people when we speak to them. But I thought it would be quite nice to do pregnancy update as I go along, like probably every 4 weeks or something like that. I don't know, just to sort of keep track of my progress and how the baby's getting on and how it is being pregnant second time around with a 1-year-old to run after. I am 16 weeks now, so obviously I'm already quite a way in, but I think because of the timing of everything, so I'm due like early July, and I think because of the way it fell, my scan was quite late, so I couldn't tell people for quite a while, and then it's just taken me a little while to get around to doing this. Now well into the second trimester, which, I don't know, most people tend to say it's the best one, don't they? It's definitely an improvement on the first trimester. I felt pretty bad for maybe between weeks and like 7 and 10. I was feeling quite nauseous. I didn't really want to eat much. I existed mainly on like plain pasta and cheese on toast. That was about it really. That was, yeah, hard work, and obviously the tiredness is so much worse when you're already looking after another child, because you can't just sleep when you want to sleep. You have to obviously look after your child. So that's definitely been quite a big difference between being pregnant last time with TM and this time. I was lucky though, because I wasn't actually sick ever, just felt sick. I've had headaches as well. I'm quite prone to headaches, so last time I was pregnant I had a lot of bad headaches, probably up to about 20 weeks. I don't think I've had as many this time actually, and I'm hoping that the worst part's probably over, maybe, if I'm lucky. Yeah, in general, not been feeling too bad, so I haven't got too much to complain about. It's kind of weird that I'm already 16 weeks. I think it's going to go so much quicker this time around than it did last time, because obviously I think when you're pregnant with your first, that's like all you think about really. You're like counting down till you have the baby, and it's like you're a bit, I don't know, it's a bit more all consuming, whereas this time obviously I'm busier. I need to concentrate on the child that is already here. So I think, yeah, it's kind of flying by now, although it felt like a long wait to the scan because the scan was so late, and it was quite difficult actually because I started showing really early, I think, you know, because it's the second baby. And so it was quite hard because I was like, I can't really hide this. And I mean, we tend to tell friends and family anyway, like as soon as we know really, or whenever we see them. So luckily I wasn't trying to keep it a secret from everybody, but I did kind of think everyone's just going to think I've gone really overboard at Christmas with this. But hey, it's fine now, obviously everyone can know. And I'm already in maternity clothes. I have been for a few weeks. Obviously some of my other clothes still fit, but I was like, yeah, I'm just embracing this. You might be thinking it's quite a small age gap. It's probably going to be roughly 19 months between TM and the new baby. So it is a small age gap, but we always said we wanted to have 2 close together, especially like I've always said I wanted like 3 or 4 kids. So the thinking is if you have 2 close together, then you can have a bit more of a gap if you still want to go for a third after that, but who knows if we will. My sisters has both done it as well, had their first 2 close together, and my mum did with my older sisters too, so I sort of feel like I'm just following in the family tradition really. Yeah, I've got lots of people on hand to give me advice about having 2 under 2, which is handy. I think it'll be a bit of a shock to the system because TM was actually a relatively easy baby, like small baby. He was quite content really, so I have no idea how that's going to be compared this time round. I mean, I think because I just slept a lot, like when he was sleeping, or because obviously B works evenings, I could catch up and sleep in the mornings. I just ate a lot of biscuits, just kind of sat around watching box sets because it was winter as well, so you didn't feel like you had to go out. And we just, yeah, those first weeks and months was definitely a lot of lazing around the house, adjusting, which not really going to have that option this time at all. So yeah, I'm sure it will be very different, but I'm excited as well. Well, we both are. We're really excited, and hopefully TM will love having a baby brother or sister. He's quite sweet actually with his little cousin who's 6 months younger than him. He always tries to kiss her and like pat her head and stuff. And in general, he's quite like a gentle soul at the moment. So it'd be quite good if that lasts until then. Hopefully he won't be too jealous. I think another thing about having them so close together is that he's young enough that he'll adjust very quickly, even if it is hard for him to start with. He'll quite soon forget what it was like before, which obviously if you've got a 3 or 4-year-old, that doesn't happen. We're not going to find out the gender at the 20-week scan. We didn't find out with TM, and we both really loved having the surprise. Like, I think especially for me, you know, with labour and everything, I liked not knowing, and it was like an extra excitement, and like I think it's exciting for everyone else actually as well if they don't know. Our families like definitely enjoyed that, so yeah, we'll be doing the same thing this time. We won't find out. I don't think either of us have got a preference really on whether it's a boy or a girl. There's such pros and cons for both. If we're having a little girl, then obviously we'll have one of each, which is nice, but if we're having a little boy, we've already got everything we need. I think it might be quite nice for TM. They'd be so close in age, hopefully they'd be like, you know, best buds as they get older, which obviously they can be if they're, you know, a brother and a sister as well. But also on B's side of the family, like of the 6 grandchildren, there's 5 girls and then TM, so he might be a bit outnumbered if we have a girl as well. Bless him. But yeah, I think we'll both be delighted either way. Well, you always are, aren't you? Yeah, like I say, I'm going to do these pregnancy updates probably every 4 weeks or something, just to say how I'm feeling and how it's all going. Obviously I've given you the sort of recap of my first trimester now. At the moment I'm not sort of having any major symptoms or anything. I think one thing I have had, which is a bit odd, is breathlessness. Like, and I don't think I had it last time, or if I did, not till right at the very end. But this time I'll just be doing something really normal, like, you know, walking upstairs or anything really, and I'll suddenly notice that I feel a bit short of breath, which I think is really common, so I haven't sort of panicked about it too much. It's just a bit, yeah, a bit annoying, but not the end of the world. And obviously I think I'm more tired this time, like I said, because I'm dictated by a little boy rather than just being able to do what I want and rest all the time or whatever. So yeah, I've been like, I think I've struggled a bit with the tiredness, but that's all to be expected, you know, perfectly normal. I'm not actually struggling too much with not drinking. Christmas was hard. I think that's always the worst time of year, isn't it, not to be able to drink, because everything is about drink. Everyone's drinking at like 10 in the morning on Christmas Day. You're just like, oh. So that was a bit rubbish. Other than that, I haven't really been missing it that much. Although it's my birthday next week, so that might be a bit crap as well, not being able to drink on my birthday. As I already said, I'm already like getting quite big. I'm wearing a well, I'll show you actually. I'm wearing a maternity like dungaree dress from ASOS, so you can see the bump is already pretty big. I don't know if it looks bigger or smaller in a dress like this. I probably got this a size bigger than I needed actually. I really recommend it if you like wearing like pinafore dresses and dungaree dresses. It's a cord one. You can adjust these so that you can make them like longer or shorter if you need to, and there's buttons at the side, so as you get bigger you can make it bigger as well. Like I said, I think I probably got a size too big in this, but I quite like having, you know, baggy, comfy clothes, so I wasn't too bothered. I'd say it should last you pretty much the whole pregnancy really, although it's more of a winter dress I suppose, so I might not want to wear it by the time I get to 3rd trimester, but we shall see. It could last, which is the point, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, I'm already showing a big bump, but I guess it will probably level out a little bit. It shows quicker at the start of a 2nd pregnancy, so I think that's pretty normal. Yeah, I think that's about all I was going to say really. Hopefully you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about my pregnancy so far. If you've got anything that you want me to talk about in the next one, or any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. Thank you, bye!